What's up, Team Ninjas? Welcome back to the final team talk that we're going to have surrounding creating a more confident, relaxed ninja. On the first video, we talked about the 5 W's and how they help us set and define a goal. We talked about setting SMART goals, making them specific, making them measurable, achievable, relevant, and timely. The 5 W's around the goals are the who's, the what's, the where's, the when's, and the why's. Most importantly, the why's. But all those other things help us define what our goal is and what it means to us so that we can keep it on track as we move forward. We also talked about our fears and how they affect us on and before we even get to the course, and how they affect us in our training as well. Whether it's a move that we're afraid of, whether it's an obstacle, whether we're afraid we're not going to perform the way we need to. All of those things compile and then they affect us on the course. So we talked about how to overcome those things, how to identify them and make them not have control. In the second video, we talked about the mindset of an athlete as they step to the starting line. As we're on the obstacles, we talked about being an aggressive ninja. We talked about being a calm ninja. We also talked about being a clear-headed ninja and how all of that can affect us and help us get to where we need to be. Now, I want to talk to you guys about what to do with all of that when we're done. When the course is over, the adrenaline is finished, we're so hyped up on whatever it was we were feeling on the course. How do we deal with those emotions and step off looking confident and poised regardless of our performance? Whether we beat every obstacle and we moved as fast as we possibly could and we were 100% on, or whether we weren't, whether we didn't complete quite as many obstacles as we wanted to, whether we didn't move quite as quickly as we wanted to, whether we failed more times than we wanted to. How do we deal with those emotions when we get off the course? It's great to be calm, poised, relaxed, and controlled when we're on the course, but stepping off the course, how do we manage to move into practice the next day? How do we manage to stand in front of our peers and watch the rest of the competition and enjoy ourselves and enjoy this sport that we've all come to love and know? So today we're going to keep it short, but I want to talk about the different types of ways we can step off of a course. We're going to get into that right now. Let's do it. Before we get into talking about what being completely successful, slightly successful, or unsuccessful, we need to use our goals to determine what success looks like to us when we get on the course. So, did we complete the amount of obstacles we set out to? Did we win? What was our goal going into it? Did we get the fastest time? Where did we fail in our goals? Were we successful in those goals? That's what we were going to judge our success on, not whether or not we took first, second, or third place. Those are good goals, but that's not what our focus should be on at this state of the game and competition. We need to focus on what's going to help us grow as athletes, and let first, second, and third place be a result of our training and be a result of the goals we set before us. Those can be some of our goals, but those aren't the defining goals that make us ninjas, right? All right. So now, what do you do with success? Complete success. You've achieved all your goals. We're going to talk about that next. There's a lot of different mindsets that we can step off of a course with. We're going to focus on the 3 biggest ones that I've seen from myself and from you guys and from all sorts of other ninjas, and talk about those. The first is success. You come off feeling amazing. You're on a high and you did everything you felt you should have done on the day, and whether or not you performed spectacularly based on the judges' standards, by completing all of the obstacles, by hitting the buzzer, whatever it may be, you performed as you expected to perform. Your goals were met. How do you process that, and how do you take it out off the course? And that one's fairly easy. You watch the video, you identify your goals as you watch the video. Did you achieve them? Did you measure it? Were they good? And then you redo that and you replicate that feeling going into training and going into your next competition. How do you replicate that in training? Well, you take those goals, you start setting some new ones at the gym, so that when you come to the next competition, you know what you need to work on. And this is the easiest one to progress from, because you come into it with a positive thought process. You're not thinking about the negatives. You're thinking about, okay, I did this, I did this, I did this. Awesome. Where can I get better? I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. And then you set those goals to be able to do that on the day of practice, when you're in the competition, whatever it may be. Now, we didn't hit quite as many of our goals as we set out to. We We didn't complete as many obstacles as we wanted to. We didn't go move quite as quickly as we wanted to. We struggled a little bit. What do we do with this one? This is the one that I think most of us fall into when we do a course, is unless we are successful, this is kind of where we end up. We did a little bit, but we didn't do a lot. How do we process this information stepping off the course? So now if you came off if you have these clear, calm, and aggressive mindsets, you can apply like, all right, what did and didn't I do well? And we take that game footage that we've got, those videos that our parents and friends take for us, and we watch and say, all right, I didn't do this well. I did this well. I didn't do this well. I can do this better. Ooh, I remember I did that poorly in practice. I can work on that. Those are the kinds of thoughts we need to start looking at our videos with, not the, oh, I missed. Oh, I missed that point. Oh, I got that one. Oh, I missed that one. Oh, I missed that one. Ooh, I got the next two. It's, what did you do? Like physically, mentally, were you ready for the obstacle when you got on it? When you fell off it? How did you fall? Did you fall well? Did you fall safely? That's a win, right? Maybe not one of our goals, but it's a win. Now, how do we take all of this information and apply it at practice? Because it's at practice that's going to make you guys better. It's not going to be competing a billion times. Yes, we can see the results of our practice, but when we're at practice, we need to practice like we're competing. That's the biggest thing I want you guys to take away from all this. So when you're not feeling quite successful, you come off of a course feeling slightly successful, but knowing we can do better, you have to take what we've learned from the practice or from the competition and apply it at practice. Moving on, we're going to talk quickly about complete, utter unsuccess on the course. And I think this is the one that we feel the most, but may not actually be in. Let's find out. So we come off the course, we've completed 0 obstacles, everything felt like it fell apart, we completed all of the obstacles, but yet we still didn't win. We feel completely and utterly unsuccessful in whatever it is we did. We beat 5 obstacles, but we wanted to take first place. I think this is where the size of our goals and how much weight we put in each of them determines whether or not we feel successful on a course. It's hard to hit that ultimate, I achieved everything that I wanted to achieve moment than it is to feel slightly successful. This is kind of where we want to be, is in that last position we were at. But when we hit that feeling of utter unsuccess, that's where our goals and our whys really need to take root. Why are these goals there? Why are they important to us? What does this goal mean to us? Those 5 whys that surround the goals, that's where we go back to in order to root ourselves of this feeling of unconfidence, of this feeling of unsuccess. We want to feel like we've learned or done something. So we need to move out of this mindset at the end of a course. Sometimes that's hard. The emotions are welled up. We're crying. We're upset and we're angry. I want you guys to take a moment to get away, breathe, relax for a second. Whether it's with a coach, whether it's with your parents, whether it's by yourself in the corner for a little bit, whether it's you get a drink of water, whatever that looks like. I want you guys to process these emotions healthily. Come back and then look at that game footage and figure out, all right, what went wrong? How can we learn about what went wrong going into the course? Again, was our mindset there? Was our practice there? Were we ready at all to be competitive today? That's the kind of questions we need to start asking ourselves. And then ask ourselves, are we taking steps to be there? Are we practicing hard? Are we training hard and working out hard? Are we sleeping well? Are we eating well? All of those things are contributing factors into how you guys perform on the course and how you guys feel when you step off. Especially if we haven't achieved that aggressive, calm, or clear state of mind while we're competing. When we find ourselves in that lack of success feeling, where there's literally nothing we feel positive happened, we have to look objectively at our ninja footage and process and seek things that we did well and look for our areas of growth. I think that's the biggest takeaway here. Look for where we can do better and recognize what we did well. even if it's just falling off the obstacle. I know this video seems really redundant, and I probably said the same thing 5 or 6 different times, but it's because those points are extremely important when it comes to stepping off of a course and using that information wisely when entering practice next. I know it's been a while since we've been able to get together. It's been a while since we've been able to actually practice and apply any of these things that we've talked about in these last 3 videos. But when we get back, I want to go over this information in person. I want to talk a little bit more with you guys about these videos. So please give them a listen through and try to apply them into your training at home. Try to apply it into things you do for school. Try to do it in your video games. Whatever it is that you guys are doing, set some goals, practice these skills and these mindsets, and then come back with a story for me. Either that or tell me in the comments below. I really appreciate it. I miss you guys and I miss hearing from you all. So without any further ado, we're going to cut it here. This has been our Team Talk 1, 2, and 3 to start us off. Next week, be prepared for a workout. You guys stay out of trouble. Make good choices. I'll see you on the next one.